As you can see, it just rained out here, but I wanted to give a review of this little SUV that I've been driving around the past 3 days or so. This is the 2016 Ford Escape. It's the SE Ecoboost 4-wheel drive, all-wheel drive. They just label it different. It's really all-wheel drive. There is no buttons to switch anything to 4-wheel drive, but small vehicle, but it's actually pretty comfortable. I really like driving this around. It was comfortable with the EcoBoost. It's a peppy little SUV. Didn't have any issues, but figured I'd talk to you for a minute about it. Inside, typical inside. This is just cloth. There's no leather in it except for the center console here. Dash up here is plastic. It's the inside of it. Like I said, it's pretty comfortable, and I like the control layout of this one. Typically, the dashes that look like this, I'm not a fan of. I had one last week. It was a Ford Transit. It was just really busy. It had the buttons to dial a phone up here, and just it had all kinds of stuff. It didn't like it, but this one I actually really liked. It was easy to control. No issues anywhere. Everything worked good. Like I said, it was very intuitive, easy to figure out. No issues there. It has the paddle shifters back here, and I don't see a reason to use it necessarily on an SUV, but they were there. I didn't use them. I just put it in drive. I didn't put it in sport mode. What you have here. It's the Sync 3, so it has the USB, has your regular lighter plug, charge your phones or whatever. Air conditioning worked great, very easy. No issues there. Small containers everywhere, storage. They were nice though. This one here, actually could set my cell phone in there, or when I was charging it, I put it over here just so it didn't bend up the cord too much. Cup holders, nice little storage there. It's got the 2-stage center console. There's another lighter plug inside there. Has your standard, or at least what I've seen recently, you can just put it in auto mode, and that tends to work most of the time. I don't have any issues. If it starts raining but it's still sunny outside, I'll switch it over and turn the lights on. As you can hear, it's yelling at me for it. Plenty of storage in the doors. Back here, you can pull the seats down. As you can see, they don't sit flush. Not always a fan of, but this actually has some protective storage. Typically it's just the metal brackets that are the hinges that hold it up are sticking out in some vehicles. So even though this doesn't sit flat, it's actually covered. So you wouldn't really have to worry too much when carrying anything back there. Back here, not a ton of room. I mean, standard average height. Wouldn't have any issues. Kids wouldn't have any issues. It's got the lighter plug over there as well. Up in the center console. Not too robust, but it does have cup holders back there as well. It's got the reverse camera as standard. Seems to be on all the new vehicles lately. Plenty of room back here, a little bit of storage. It's got a couple hooks to, if you wanted to hook something on there. 12-volt lighter. those seem to be pretty standard on different SUVs nowadays as well. Like I said, this does have the Ecoboost, and I was impressed. It's the first time I've driven one of the 4-cylinder Ecoboosts in this smaller SUV. There was the vehicle I drove last week. It just had one of the 4 cylinders that Ford has. I don't even know what they are, honestly, but it just didn't have any pep. Wasn't very responsive, whereas in this case, very responsive. The steering was very tight. It was comfortable to drive. The seats felt good. I had to drive it for 4-hour stretches, so I was sitting down for a while. So I'm definitely impressed with this one. It would go on my recommend list. This was just a quick review of it, but I like it, and if you like Fords, if you like the body styles, this would definitely be one to look at. Alright, thanks for watching.